Hello, this is how to see faster results. I'm really excited to share this information with you because this is going to help you for the rest of your life. This is going to help you to make your workouts more effective and more efficient. So from today, we are going to avoid all distractions on your workouts, and I want you to focus on these 5 things. If it feels like a lot of information, don't worry. This is a process. So I expect you to take this information from today and start being really conscious about your workouts and applying these 5 tips. Every day, I expect you to become better at it. These 5 variables basically make the difference between you not having results and you achieving your results. So pay attention, take notes, and learn those 5 tips. Here we go. The first one, and most important, is technique and execution. Technique and execution are the priority, okay? Do not compromise execution and technique because you want to go heavier or because you are in a rush. If you have experience exercising, you might think that technique and execution are not that important anymore because you have the knowledge already on how to execute movements or exercises. But this can be compromised by bad habits. So I really encourage everyone to follow these next 4 steps to make sure that your execution and your technique is on point. The first one is read the instructions for each workout. So you will find at the beginning of each workout clear instructions on how the workout is structured and how many sets and reps and resting times and what is the workout about. So please read those instructions that you'll find on the top of your workout for each day to make sure that you don't miss anything. The second one is watch the explanatory videos. As I said before, you might think that you know how to squat or how to do a bench press, but I really encourage everyone to watch the videos. And there is so many good information that is going to be really helpful to make sure that you're not missing any important aspects regarding technique and execution. The third step to make sure that you have good technique and execution is to look at yourself in the mirror. So if you're in the gym or at home, try to stand in front of the mirror and watch your movement, watch your back, watch your hips, your knees, your feet, how your body is positioned, and make sure that you're following the instructions and the directions on how to execute that exercise. Another great way on how to check your execution and your technique is to record yourself. This is actually done by professional athletes and performers to review their technique and their execution. You can do it too. So you can record yourself, and after your first set, review the video, check your technique, check your execution, and if you have to correct something, correct it, and so on. And if you want a second opinion, you can send me your videos and I can check them out for you. So why is technique and execution so important to see faster results? Well, very simple. The first reason is because you're protecting yourself from injury. If you have a healthy body, you'll be able to be consistent and achieve your results. And the second reason is because with good technique and execution, we make sure that you're targeting the right muscle. Now, resting intervals. This is one of the most overlooked variables in terms of exercise. So depending on the stage of your training program and depending on your goals, you're gonna have resting periods between 30 and 60 seconds. If you are on a lean down stage, your resting period is gonna be 30 seconds. If you are on a bulking phase or a strength phase, your resting periods are going to be longer, so close to 60 seconds. Because these resting periods or intervals are going to be different depending on the phase of your training where you are at, it's very important that you really see and find out what your resting period is for that specific workout. And you can actually use the timer that the app has to make sure that you are sticking to that time. So now the 6 to 12 and the 12 to 15 principle. So depending on the phase of your training program, you are going to be asked to perform certain amount of reps per set. If you are on a muscle mass gain phase, you're going to be asked to perform between 6 to 12 reps. If you are in a fat loss phase, you're going to be asked to perform between 12 to 15 reps. So let's have a look at the examples we have. The first one is the 6 to 12 principle. Applies for a muscle gain phase during your program. You're going to be asked to perform between 6 to 12 reps. 6 reps as a minimum, 12 reps as a maximum. I don't want you to do less than 6 reps. I don't want you to do more than 12 reps, because we know by experience that this is the amount of reps that we need in order to build muscle mass. Now, how do you calculate the weight? So you need to calculate the weight thinking that you need to do between 6 to 12 reps. So let's say you did the first set and you did 10 reps. And it felt quite easy. You felt like you could do 11, 12, or even more reps. In that case, the weight is too light, so you need to put it up. So now let's say that you put, let's say, extra 5 kilos on your bar to perform the second set. And then you were able to perform only 5 reps. But because the 5 is out of the 6 to 12 range, that means that it's too heavy. You couldn't do a 6 rep. In that case, you need to put the weight down. So now let's say you took 2 kilos out of the bar and now you perform 7 reps. So that is perfect because it's between 6 and 12 reps. So remember, I always want you to perform between 6 to 12 reps if you are in a muscle mass gain phase. The 12 to 15 principle works exactly the same, but the amount of reps are different. We know by experience that between 12 and 15 reps, you optimize fat loss. So the resistance or the weight that is stated on your routine is estimated. So I need you to apply this principle to know how much do you have to lift in each set. So now that you know how this principle works, you can use this tool to make sure that you're pushing yourself in every single session. If you did 10 reps and you are on a muscle mass phase, so you need to follow the 6 to 12 principle and you're doing 10 reps, then you can put it up a little bit more. So you can do, 6 or 7 reps. Don't stay in the comfort zone. Get out of that comfort zone because that is going to make a big difference. You will know the phase of your workout by reading on the instructions of each of the workouts. You will be asked to follow the 6 to 12 principle, or you will be asked to follow the 12 to 15 principle. Now, breathing technique. This one is really, really important and most of the time overlooked. Very simple. Don't hold your breath. By nature, humans, when we are pushing or making a big effort, we tend to hold our breaths. So don't hold your breath, keep breathing. So the rule is very simple. Breathe out on the pushing phase and breathe in on the way down. So for example, if I'm doing a bench press, this is my pushing phase and this is my way down. So I need to exhale and inhale. Powerlifters, for example, disagree with this technique because they use their breathing technique to be able to push more. So they tend to hold breath and then push. But we don't want that. Your goal is to build lean muscle mass. So we need that supply of oxygen coming in and coming out all the time. And the last one, rating of perceived exertion, RPE. So the RPE is used as a quantitative measure of perceived exertion during exercise activity, where 1 is very easy and 10 is very hard. So you use the RPE already when you finish your workout in the app. The app is always asking you how difficult was your hard, very easy, hard, very hard. So that is exactly RPE. This information is really important for me to see and understand what your capacity is and how to progress and adapt your workouts. So ideally, your workouts should be a number 8. 6 or 7, they might seem a little bit too easy. 9 or 10 is too hard. So ideally you should be always on a number 8. If I see a number 6 or 7, yeah, I might make your workout a little bit harder. And if I see that your workout was a 9 or a 10, then I might think to put it down a little bit. That is it. That's how you make sure that your workout is effective and efficient. So review your technique, make sure you have really good technique. Make sure you stick to the resting intervals that I'm giving you on your workouts. Make sure that you're pushing yourself, and if it's too light, you can put the weight up, or if it's too heavy, you put the weight down, making sure that you're following that 6 to 12 or that 12 to 15 principle, depending on the phase of your program you are at. Make sure your breathing is correct. So remember, inhale and then exhale on the pushing phase of the movement. And then make sure that you are on a number 8 on your workout. If you're feeling that the workout is too easy, like a number 6 or a number 7, maybe you can add an extra set or an extra exercise. And if you feel that your workout is a number 9 or a number 10, let me know, and then we can tone it down a little bit.